We are going to do a quick review on finding the circumference and the area of circles. Here are a couple of definitions that we need to review. The radius is the segment that goes from the center of the circle to the edge of the circle. The diameter is a segment that goes from one side of the circle to the other, but it has to pass through the center. This third word here, chord, is something a lot of you were asking me about during your last acuity test. A chord is just a line segment that goes from one side of the circle to another. It doesn't have to pass through the middle though. So a chord might be something that looks like this. That would be an example of a chord. It just goes from one part of the circle to the other. The circumference is the distance around the circle. And the area is the amount that's inside the circle. Okay, so the circumference is the distance around, so that's in regular units. And then area is always squared, area squarea, so area would be in units squared. The formula for the circumference of a circle is pi times the diameter, or 2 times pi times the radius, and that is on your purple reference sheet. The formula for the area is pi times the radius squared. Now normally we're going to be using 3.14 and plugging that in for pi. That's an approximation, but it just helps us with rounding. Example: find the circumference and area of the circle. Use 3.14 for pi. Please pause the video and try this example on your own, and then press play when you are ready to go over your answer. In this example, they give us the diameter. The diameter is 10 centimeters. So when we find the circumference, we're going to use the formula pi times the diameter. We're going to plug in 3.14 for pi. The diameter is 10. 3.14 times 10, move the decimal over one place to the right, so you get 31.4, and then our units are centimeters. To find the area, the formula for area is pi times radius squared. In this case, if the diameter is 10, the radius is half of the diameter, so the radius is 5. So we're going to do 3.14 times 5 squared, which is 3.14 times 25. And we're going to type that in our calculator. And that gives us 78.5 centimeters squared, because we're talking about area. Okay, go ahead and do the next step in your e-learning.